My name is Scott Cooper, and I spent 20 years in the Marine Corps, and eventually I'm retiring here as a lieutenant colonel. I was going to get out of Wyoming and do something with my life. Being the first in my family to go to college, I knew that my parents couldn't afford to send me to, an out-of-state college or something like that. And so I applied to the service academies and got into the Naval Academy. So I ended up going to flight school and flying the Prowler in the Marine Corps. I was very fortunate. I have 8 sea service deployment ribbons, and I have 5 years overseas. When do you hang up the spurs? When is the right opportunity? When is the right time for you to say, I'm taking that leap and now I'm going to reinvent myself? And so I felt like at 20 years, it was the right time because there was other things that I wanted to do besides be a Marine. The process for getting out, I think, is, as I've talked to some friends about this, it's disorienting. I came in the military 3 weeks after I graduated from high school. So for the last 24 years, I got a paycheck on the 1st and the 15th of every month. Didn't matter how hard I worked or how little I worked, I was getting a paycheck. I was not going to get paid any more or less. I knew exactly what I was going to get paid. And so it's disorienting in the sense that now you're on your own, and that's remarkably different. It's very difficult to get beyond the human resources hurdle. Computers are not necessarily a good thing because they can have search engines that are only going to look at the fact that, hey, I need somebody with 5 years of development work or NGO experience or government contracting experience with development. I don't have any of that. And at the same time, I feel like, wait a minute, I'm probably just as capable as those guys. Get me an interview. Because oftentimes the people in that company don't have any experience in the military, you're kind of stereotyped into a category, and it's going to take some time for them to figure out, oh, is this a guy that we really actually want to lead our company? I would submit yes, but getting past that translation, because at first blanch, they don't necessarily think that your experience translates to qualities that they necessarily want in their company. I had an expectation that my resume, that the evaluations over the years, that humbly stating they were pretty good. None of that translated to anything. That's probably the thing that keeps me up at night, I guess a little bit. I'd love to get an interview with a guy that probably knows very little about the military and look him in the eye and say, look, you're going to never find anybody as passionate about this as I, or that will work as hard as I will. And I think that's the biggest thing that people who are looking at veterans need to consider is, again, that passion and work ethic. You're never going to find it better.